Mantis here. We're gonna do a quick VOD review on tracking the enemy jungle, and let's get started. So the game starts off normal game with the bot lane leashing. At this point, we don't know where the enemy jungler is, so we gotta keep attention to the map, seeing if anyone comes late or if anyone comes early, or maybe they fake a leash. Right? It seems like Vayne came back to lane without using any mana. Yumi didn't use any mana either. So we can maybe assume that they didn't leash. But we usually think that Sejuani's starting bot side with the leash from the ADC. At least that's how I think. If we don't know, we just assume that it's gonna be leashed by bot lane. So lane starts off on the third, I believe on the third wave, third or fourth wave, Xin Zhao makes a movement, and then that's when we can start properly tracking the junglers. So you're gonna see it pretty soon here. So just normal lane, I'm not shoving too hard, trading when I can. And then right here, at this moment, Xin Zhao decides to go south. So now I'm thinking, okay, Xin Zhao is probably going to be ganking mid lane right now. Therefore, I should I should try to play fairly safe just in case the jungler starts bot side, paths towards top side, and then ganks me, right? So this is how the thought process starts as soon as the jungler makes this movement here. Because I believe that if Xin Zhao comes top side, we could probably win any 2v2 against Tahm Kench and Sejuani, right? But because of his movement, now I have to play it a little bit differently, right? With that in mind. So as soon as he doesn't go for the gank, he actually goes straight for the red buff here. I'm not sure how he knew to come here, but regardless of the scenario, he's on the red buff right now. So even if my lane is pushing in, it's very cautious that Sejuani started topside because that red buff is up. So we know that Sejuani started blue. It's gonna clear these three camps and then path down, right? To clear raptors and then clear the red buff right after, right? So I'm kind of in the sense I'm kind of free to push the lane in because I know that Sejuani is not gonna come anytime soon because she started top side and she's soloed a buff and then she's clearing bot side. So that's my assumption here. So I'm gonna start pushing the wave in a little bit more faster than I was before. So yeah, because like tracking the jungle, it's not only tracking the enemy jungle, it's also tracking your jungle too, right? And then based on information that they give you, based off information they give you on their routes, you can deduct some position on the enemy jungle as well, right? Here I'm gonna try to. I think I believe I'm gonna just try to shove the wave in, hit the turret once. Maybe that wasn't the best of ideas, but I did it anyways. Took a really bad trade, and still I haven't seen Sejuani. So I'm just gonna drop a ward here. I'm not gonna continue pushing in because I took a bad trade, right? Because that bad trade, now I have to play a little bit safe because he can potentially kill me if he tries to all in. So I'm gonna let the wave come towards me now because I made a mistake, right? So here we see Sejuani bot side. She's level 3. So in my mind, the assumption that she did blue, Gromp, Wolves, and then came bot side, and there's nothing here for her, it rings true. So that's exactly what I'm thinking about her path, right? So she's gonna back and then go top side because her camps are gonna spawn, and I know this based off her path, right? So this is kind of the way you think, right? But now it's like, okay, I took another bad trade. I'm getting punished now, but it's part of the game, right? This happens. kind of have to learn the matchup and play better. Right? I missed my pull there. So here it's like I ghost, he ghost. He gets a stun. Missed my Q, but he doesn't get the kill with his. Actually, he has to dive now because whatever, right? But I managed to get the kill, and it's a really bad trade by me. And like obviously, if I had the chance to play this scenario differently, I would have. But that's kind of how it is, right? So now we know that Sejuani backed, and she's probably coming up here. So it's not really wise to push the entire lane in super crazily. It's actually kind of wise to try to get a freeze going, possible. I don't think I played the freeze out right, but I think I should have pulled the melees to the side there. But generally, the wave is here right now, and I believe that Sejuani should be around top side. I didn't even know Zin was doing this Drake. Very cautious. This is a good way to throw games away if the enemy contests this Drake, right? So we see Sejuani, okay, and she's going towards wolves because none of this is up yet, right? And we know this because Zinzao took it, right? So I even ping the wolf camp, right? You can see the red ping. I know where she is, right? So my plan now is to push this wave in as fast as possible before Sejuani clears two camps and is able to gank me. Most junglers at low elo will not forego their camps to gank this pushing player. Instead, they'll clear the camps and then they'll come to gank, right? So now that I know where Sejuani is, I change my play. I start trading, I start pushing in, and when I get the wave in here, I back up and I drop the ward. So I made sure that he didn't pull the wave and freeze the wave here. I made sure the wave crashed. Now I went to ward. Now I know that Sejuani is on Gromp, or at least should be on Gromp, and I ping it. I ping it now. And then as I ping it, Ash throws the E and we see her. So even if Ash didn't throw this E, I would still know that Sejuani's here, right? So now I start taunting because there's nothing I can do. If I step up, I might take a really bad trade and die, right? Yeah, I'm like obviously you want to be getting all the CS, right? But you also want the wave to push because we know Sejuani is going to be topside ganking very soon, right? This is what tracking the jungle is, right? I really think this was like a proper play. The Sejuani comes down, but look, we already know this, right? We knew this for so long. We knew exactly what she was doing, right? And this is what tracking the jungle really is, right? Finding spots and seeing those little moments when she shows on the map mistakenly, right? But yeah, I'm letting the wave crash. Maybe Zinzao comes to gank. I see him here, and this is it right here. This is why this gank works because I don't die to the Sejuani gank. We know Sejuani has either backed and now went bot side to clear bot camps. So this is free and the my jungler takes opportunity of that, right? And then emerald tier higher, yeah, your jungler is gonna come and gank, right? But lower tier, your jungler might not gank. Regardless of the situation, I turned a gank potential into a positive thing for my team based off tracking the jungle, right? And that's a huge spot right there where I could have went behind, right? Now I'm 2-1, and the game is looking like a free game, right? So this is that's it right there, kind of like tracking the jungle. Of course, there's more to it the later the game goes, but I just want to show you kind of a lane phase spot where tracking the jungle really came out ahead. And here it's just like this guy, I couldn't kill him. My trading is wrong. My build may be incorrect. I bought boost the Swifties after my first death to run back to lane quicker, as well as to reduce the slow from his Q. But maybe it's incorrect, and I just have to look into it and play it better, right? But the sense of tracking the jungle and making a play and gaining that advantage, uh, ultimately allowed me to get out of this game in a win, right? Huge spot right there where now Sejuani feels like what the fuck? Like I just showed top. 1 minute later he dies, right? It's like what he feels hopeless, helpless, right? And like that's a good positive thing uh for when you're playing against them, right? Here is just like a matter of champion mastery, right? Like I only survived this spot because I feel like I played so many games on Darius. Even though I'm playing it so bad, I'm not dying, right? And that's one of the most important things in solo queue, not dying. The fact that I don't die in any of these spots are huge, right? Because like you can snowball the game in their favor. It's something like this. Like imagine if I just died and I came back to lane, and then they get a double or whatever. They get a daily double, right? And that was kind of what I wanted to show you guys, the tracking the jungle in the early game. There's more to this game, but it seems like everybody's just winning, right? Zoe's winning, bot lane's kind of winning pretty hard, right? So it's like not much more. That was it right there. That tracking the jungle, and hopefully my advice helps. And good luck on the rift.